Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Good morning and welcome to Kahului Hongwanji Sunday Service for April 5th, 2020. During this coronavirus time when we're all staying at home. So here I am at home again, doing our little service in front of the Butsudan. This is not a virtual service. Some people say this would be a virtual service, but it is not. It's real. It's just recorded on video, that's all. And you're able to watch it at home. But so I hope you will enjoy our little time together. We will begin with the Vandana and Tisarana, and following that I will chant the sutra Gasho to Amida. So I'm trying to put the words underneath so you can follow along if you don't have the service book. I'll see how that works, but should work out well for you. And so please join us. One thing I want to say before we go on is that if you do have a Butsudan, a Buddhist altar at home, please, set it up and light the candle and light some incense, and as you join us, as you participate in this service that we're having. So, most important aspect when we have our Butsudan is to have a candle and to have the incense here burning in the incense bowl and some flowers, a little flower arrangement you can make, very easy. Anything at all is fine. And then I also have rice, a little obupan, just a little bit of ball of rice put inside there. And of course I also have the bell, but you don't need that I'll ring the bell. So you can do that and join along with the service. Okay, thank you so much. And now let's begin our service. Let's begin by putting our hands in Gasho and reciting the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Bhutang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I gasho to Amida. Trees and grasses and flowers all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I gasho to Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seed sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I gasho to Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I gasho to Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I gasho to Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I gasho to Amida. Nembutsu in work and play. Every day with Amida. Every moment filled with light. I gasho to Amida. Remember the golden chain. Kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I gasho to Amida. In the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, I gasho to Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I gasho to Amida. Namandabu, 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 Namandabu. The virtue of Amida's voice shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind, we are born in the land of peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namandao, 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 Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Normally, when we have our church service, our Sunday church service, we would, at this point, we would have everyone come up for incense offering after the chanting of the sutra. So if you have butsudan at home, go ahead and make offering of incense. I will make offering of incense for us all, on behalf of us all. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. And then it would be time for the Dharma message. So I'd like to share a few thoughts about the Dharma with you, but I'm going to just kind of chat with you in a very casual way. So this is a very informal thing, in a way, because here I am in my home, just sitting in my home, and you're sitting in your home. So let's just take a few minutes to think about the Dharma, think about the Buddha's teaching. I had a few... right now we're thinking a lot because of this coronavirus situation. We have a lot of fears and anxieties and kind of worries. You notice I'm touching my face. We're being told not to touch our face, right? Of course, I am in my home. I've washed my hand many times, and it's a little warm in here, so that's why I'm doing it. But we are thinking about, just like that, thinking about the coronavirus, the COVID-19, all the different names for it, all the time, and we're worried. I hope I don't get it. I hope I don't get it, that's for sure, and I hope no one gets it. No one I know gets it, family, friends, and so on. But many people are coming down with the virus, and some with very bad, dangerous symptoms, very difficult situations. So we're all worried about that. We hope that everything will resolve itself quickly and get no one else will get sick, and we will be able to be done with this. But unfortunately, we just don't know what will happen tomorrow, and that's a difficult situation to be in. In Buddhism, we recognize this in ourselves, We always wish things will be a certain way. We always hope, that things will go in a way that is beneficial to me, or me or my family or friends or whatever. I don't want things to go badly, and I'm sort of put my hopes on things turning out well. That is sort of in Buddhist terms, that is our attachments, our bono, because we are deciding that we want things to be a certain way, and we are putting our hopes on it. And so our happiness, our peace of mind depends on those hopes becoming fulfilled. But if we base our happiness, our peace of mind is really a better way to say it, on things going the way I would like them to go, right or wrong, I'm gonna live a life, I'm gonna be in stress all the time. I'm always gonna be full of stress. Have you ever noticed that? When we're thinking about how is this gonna turn out, or hope things go well, we can't relax, we can't feel at peace. So Buddha taught this. It's the Four Noble Truths. Life is stress. Life is kind of a bumpy ride. It's not a lack of harmony, and the reason is that we're always attached to things. We're always looking for a kind of fulfillment that comes from outside of ourselves, or something that we want or desire or we think will be pleasant, and we try to avoid unpleasant things. That's the core of Buddhism. And the solution, the cure that Buddha offered, it's called the Eightfold Path. It's in the sutras, but it's that just means the path, the Buddhist path, which is the path of waking up. We need to wake up. We need to open up our minds to see things as they really are, that waking up, that's what it means to be Buddha. That's what Buddha means, the one who woke up. So we are walking that path of trying to wake up. Of course, it's very hard to do. It's much nicer, especially when your alarm goes off in the morning, for example. It's much nicer to stay in bed. It's much nicer to sleep a little longer, and we all understand that. But throughout our lives, we are slowly waking up, I think, especially with the help of what we call Amida's vow. That's when we say the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, we are realizing, we are hearing the Buddha calling to us, saying, look, it's okay, you may not get where you think you want to go, but you are embraced by boundless light, boundless compassion. That's what Amida means. And you will get where you need to go. Don't worry, it's okay. So Namo Amida Butsu reminds us the working of great compassion in our life. There was one, there is one of the verses in Shinran Shonin's Shoshinge reminds me of this. I'd like to just share that with you. It is in Shoshinge, Shinran praises the 7 masters that he revered as really having expressed very profoundly the teaching of the Nembutsu, the teaching of Amida's vow, of Amida's great compassion. And one of the teachers, the Japanese Pure Land master, his name was Genshin, and Shinran's verse about Genshin, he has 2 verses actually, and he has Genshin, he's talking about Genshin's understanding, and he says, he, Genshin, taught that even evil ones should simply say the Buddha's name. I too, he said, am fully in Tathagata's embrace. Though my defiled and anxious mind prevents me from perceiving it, the light of great compassion shines upon me ceaselessly. So he says, even though I realize I'm so full of selfishness, so full of self-centered mind, but me too, I too, of all people, am fully in Tathagata's embrace. That's the way a person of deep spiritual understanding talks. He doesn't say, oh yeah, of course, I'm, Buddha embraces me, of course. No, a person who is really, has a deep understanding says, even someone like me is fully in the Buddha's embrace. And even though my defiled, my mind full of fantasies, selfishness, and fear and anxiety prevents me from perceiving, from really seeing it, the light of great compassion, that's Amida, the light of great compassion shines upon me ceaselessly. Of course, it shines upon all of us ceaselessly. So this is a very, very profound thought. So when we're in this kind of very anxiety-ridden time, just realize, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know I don't know what's going to happen to me, but even a person like me, the light of great compassion always shines on me, always, without exception. Also, to put it another way, there's a poem. It's one of our problems is, when we talk about things like that, the light of great compassion, it might sound kind of abstract. What is that? And it's, I see light, but then the light's not always there. Sometimes it's dark. But one of the things that we kind of learn as we go through life, and I think all of us learn this in some way or another, is that there is so much unseen in this world. We are taken care of and embraced by life itself, you might say. But why? When we start reflecting as Buddhists, why am I here? Who am I? Who is this person? What is the meaning of this person living in this world? And when I think about myself and I ask those questions, conditions since the beginning of time have somehow brought it to be that this foolish person is right here now, right? And that's what we can all say that. So I often find that to be a great mystery, and to realize that there's unseen forces, unseen realities that are always embracing me. It might be the love of my parents, grandparents, great-grandparents who are all gone, but who have made my life possible. Could be, some things beyond my understanding. But there's a poem by Misuzu Kaneko. Many of you have heard of her, but she was a young woman who grew up in a fishing village in Japan. She was born in 1903, and she died when she was only 26 years old. And her poems are often thought of as children's poems, as being written for children. They're often printed that way with, very nice, colorful pictures, drawings, and so on. But actually, her poems are very, very deep, very profound. They really have a deep spiritual truth to them, and very Jodo Shinshu, I would say. So I'd like to read one of her poems that I think expresses this. In this one poem she wrote, in English, of course. In the deep blue sky, like the pebbles at the bottom of the sea, the daytime stars, sinking until night comes, are invisible to our eyes. But though we can't see them, they are there. Things invisible are still there. So I think that's something kind of beautiful for us to hold on to. Things invisible are still there. Even though you're stuck in your house, can't go out, don't get to see people and have gatherings and so on, all your loved ones are still there. All of your friends, all the people you usually hang out with, and people you see at the store, the bank, or wherever you normally go, those people are still there. You're still connected, even though you can't communicate or gather as much as the way you used to be able to. And we also know that you'll see them again. This will change. We will move on. Things might be different, but they will change. So let's hold on to those thoughts, and let's really, focus on growing and awakening during this time. It's a very good opportunity for all the negative side. Nobody wants to. Everybody knows this is not something we would wish for. But despite that, this is the reality we find ourselves in. And so let's really use it as an opportunity to deepen our understanding, to find many ways to listen to the Dharma. This is one way, of course, watching video, but also reading books, just thinking, just reflecting on yourself. Very important. So thank you very much for listening. And now, before we conclude our service today, I'd like to recite the Golden Chain of Love. So please join me in Gassho. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Well, thank you very much for joining us today and enjoying the Dharma together with me and also with other Kahului Hongwanji members who are watching this video. So please join us again next week. We will next Sunday we will be having another one of these videos to have so that we can still have our Sunday service even though we're all staying home and our activities are canceled right now. Even though most of our temple activities are canceled, we still do have things online. We're having when we have to have a meeting, of course, we have it online, and our Kahului Hongwanji Buddhist classes are also being held online. So if you're interested in joining in that, it's a nice time for kind of talking and being able to learn about the things we're concerned about right now. Please just call the temple and we will give you information about how to log into to our classes. So thank you very much, and let's conclude our service now by putting our hands together and reciting the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.